Hi everybody, how are you? It's Jay Victoria, the Energy Queen, and today I want to talk about secrets of feminine wealth, okay? Because there is a gigantic connection between your feminine energy and your wealth. And this is especially for women, though I'm sure if you identify as a man or non binary, you can still get a lot from this information. So let's dive in. The first thing I want you to know about feminine energy is that it not only improves your life through helping you to receive more, because the very nature of feminine energy is being receptive. The masculine loves to support the feminine, and in your own energy, you have both of these types of energy. You have feminine and you have masculine. And the way they work together is your masculine is there to support your feminine. The feminine can be qualified as the spiritual aspect of you, the energetic, and the unseen, but it's still real. And then the masculine is the physical world, and that is the manifestations. And money is one of those types of manifestations, right? You see it in your reality. So, having a healthy balance between these two energies and having your masculine show up to support the feminine is what you want. You don't just want, I think a lot of people think that they just want more money and that's going to solve all your problems. And you especially think it's going to solve your inner problems. It's actually the other way around. You work with your energy, you work with your feminine, you make changes there and you support her. You prioritize her. You learn how to keep her happy and healthy. That will always show up in your reality because these two energies are not disconnected. They always work together. So, one thing to know about the feminine that's really cool is that the feminine actually is it's a spiritual technology. So the technology that we have, like iPads, iPhones, that we see, I believe we're actually downloading those ideas from the energy world. The energy world is so much more advanced than we could ever even imagine. The energy world is based on frequency. So basically, the higher our frequencies get here on Earth, the more high frequency ideas we're able to download. And so basically, the clearer your energy is, the more smart your ideas are in general. And the more of that technology we're able to mirror here in the physical realm. But the energy world is full of so many technologies that are spiritual and energetic, and of course they do lots of different things. And one of those brilliant spiritual technologies, and by the way, the frequencies go up and up and they never end. So who knows even what's up there, that it does the coolest things that can change your life. And we can download these tools, by the way, and I do that a lot with my work in clearing energy. But one of the really cool things about the energy of the feminine is that it itself is a built-in spiritual technology. The feminine dispels darkness. And it's really cool to watch how this happens. Basically, if your feminine energy is strong and turned on, especially as a woman, it will literally, and I've seen this with my eyes since I see energy visually, it will literally, like a dark energy will come and try to get into you, and it will literally like bat it away like that. It's literally like, and it reminds me of those flowers that are like they catch flies and stuff. It's literally like that. So the feminine is such a brilliant spiritual technology that actually keeps your energy clear. And why this helps your wealth is because wealth, the experience of wealth in your reality, is likely something that will feel positive to you, right? Like if you had a bunch of money right now, how would you feel? Yeah, you probably feel good, positive, right? So that what positive is the lack of negativity. So the less negativity you have coming into you, the more positive your energy is. And one of the secrets that I've learned through observing the energy world is that your energy and the frequencies inside of it actually create your reality. It's like a projection. Your whole reality is just a projection of the frequencies that are inside of you. So the clearer your energy is, the like your actual reality gets more positive. One of those manifestations of that positive energy is wealth, right? Because that's going to be something that makes you feel positive. So there's a deep connection between the clarity of your energy and the money that you have. And your feminine is directly related to that because your feminine keeps your energy clear. Your feminine, if your feminine is connected, it doesn't mean that you don't have deep traumas and stuff hiding in all the layers of your soul and your energy. There are so many like infinite layers in your energy, and there can be things hiding at those different layers. But basically, your feminine helps to keep new things from coming in. So it is very useful, and it really does protect you. So having feminine energy is incredible, and it keeps you safe basically, and it helps your reality be positive, including the experience of having wealth. And I've also been playing with this recently, and it does work, that your feminine can alchemize situations. So just like when I do Energy Queen Alchemy, my method that dissolves negative energy instantly, what I do with that is I take a positive frequency in the energy world, and the skill of EQA is you combine that at will, purposely, with in the physical space that a negative energy is. And as you do that, negative and positive cannot exist in the same space. The positive basically fills in the negative, which is like a void. And so it dissolves the negativity. One of the best tools I have is the blood of Christ. So I literally bring that into contact with a block inside of you, and it will dissolve instantly. And there can be a lot of layers in your energy, but you can feel that difference straight away. And so that doesn't just make you feel better, right? Your reality gets more positive. So that's why a lot of my clients have more success with money or wealth or love. A lot of my clients meet new people, meaning like new love interests. Like that is so common. I had said that would happen with someone the other week, and I was working with her on anxiety she was feeling, and she like met a new guy, and she was like, I can see all these positive things happening in my life. And so she really got to experience that right away, because energy works now. So the changes in your energy can really change your reality right away, and also it can unfold. But anyway, it's really cool. But basically, you can do that same, what I just described, that I do with EQA. You take a positive frequency, you combine it in a negative space, and it will dissolve it. Basically, you can do that in your life. So if you have negative situations like not having enough money, or maybe having an issue with someone at your job and you don't want to go to work, or maybe you're, wanting to put yourself out there on YouTube or with your business, but you're afraid, what you can literally do is combine a positive energy with that, like put the positive energy in the space where the negativity is happening in your life. So it's like doing EQA in your life, which is so cool. And you can totally do that. And one of the strongest positive energies, right, is feminine, because it deflects negativity. So what you can do is you can enhance your feminine and then go into that location, or record a video for YouTube, or whatever it is, like go to the location of the negative energy where it's happening in your life, but go to it with a shit ton of feminine energy, and it will literally alchemize and clear and bat, just like it does as a spiritual technology. It will do that situationally. And I'll just describe how I know this and how I was playing with this. So I had, speaking of money, like I have a part-time job here in New York, and I was experiencing so much negativity at the place where, at that place. And I was sort of like, I was thinking about the concept of what you focus on expands, because I know that's a saying we have, but I was like trying to figure out energetically, because I see energy, like what is the actual thing that's happening? And what I think it is it's like you give life to the things that you pay attention to. It's like the more you observe what's happening and you focus on that, it's more like you believe that that is what's happening and that's what's going to happen. And what energies are beliefs. So the more you like see that and believe it, the more you're bringing in those energies of beliefs that that's what's happening. And so that's why, your energy creates reality. That's why you keep seeing it perpetuate. And I noticed like I needed to vent about what was happening, and I did. And I think it's good to like express yourself and get support. But I noticed like it kept kind of making it bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was like, I wonder if I just bring a lot of feminine energy into this situation, what will happen? So that's what I did, because I also want to give you that tip. You can't control other people. You cannot control them, and you never will be able to. But working with your energy and doing things like I'm going to tell you what I did, it's beautiful because you get to be empowered. You get to work with what you do have control over, which is yourself. And so what I did is I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna really amp up my feminine, and then I'm gonna go into work. And I'm not gonna try to do anything. I'm not gonna try to change anybody. I'm just gonna have so much feminine energy. I'm gonna see what happens. And the way I did that was, feminine energy is actually made up of 4 different ingredients. So they are your presence, pleasure, like joy, fun, your self value, and your purpose. So, presence, that's why feminine energy, a lot of people think it's about sleeping and resting or taking a bath or not doing anything, because basically you can't have feminine energy if you're not present. I like to think of it more like, yeah, maybe if you're tired, you need to sleep so that you can be present. That makes sense. Or like having a bath, that can make you feel more present. Or, but also like having a cup of tea, or like doing your hair and makeup and having a shower and going outside, or, you know, watching a movie, or whatever makes you feel present. Sometimes it's like even hydrating and eating. Like you need to like be in the moment. Like, how are you kind of dissociating from your body in the moment, and how can you be more present? How can you just be here, literally? Like having fluffy, that's why I wear like fluffy clothes, and I have this fluffy hair clip, and like, you know, I have I have lots of, I'm always supporting my feminine, you know, hand sanitizer, we need that in New York. um Room spray, this is lemon room spray. So like I you know, you can do this in so many ways. You can just, it's always just about things that feel like help you feel present. And so what I did is I realized I was really tired, so I got way more sleep than usual, and I let myself do that. I didn't worry about it. And then when I got ready to go to work, I you know, bought this like bright lipstick, and have these like big gold earrings, and like I'm doing my hair in like a curly manner now. And I got a new dress with like sequins on it. And this is where we go from the feminine presence into pleasure, because a lot of these things are about pleasure too, right? So it's just about, yeah, like that's what the feminine is. It's things that make you feel more present, things that are fun for no reason, they're just fun. And then also things that make you feel good about yourself, self-value. So that's how you build your feminine. You think of those 3 words and go for it. And you know, it's like no one could tell me anything wearing a full-on sequin dress. It's so cool, and it's so fun, and like it's it's like hard to miss. You know, you're like covered in sequins. And the other aspect of your feminine is your purpose. So I realized, you know, this is a job for me, it's not my purpose. And so it's also important for me to put more juice into my purpose, you know, my business here. And I'm in New York to do comedy, and so I have to be taking those steps. Otherwise, you know, I'm also, that's taking away from my feminine as well. So it's like I put focus on all 4 of those. And then I went into the situation, and it's like, people really do, it shifts the energy around you. It reminds people of their own feminine. And here's a secret: people really crave feminine energy because we don't live in a world that teaches you about it. Like you know, you don't learn these things in school. We don't understand the spiritual as like a collective, like in society. Like it's sort of still like on the edges of the mainstream, but it's so real, and it's literally 50%. The feminine and the masculine, spiritual world, the energy world, and the physical world are equal, the 50-50. So, you know, if we're just toiling around in the physical world, like that's only half of the results that you can create. You know, this is the other half. So it's actually extremely smart to learn about the energy world and to do things like I'm suggesting, and, you know, to care about your energetic health. And anyway, like, good for you for being here and learning. Like it's literally smart. So anyway, I feel like this is a lot of stuff like Einstein was trying to figure out. It's like, yeah, I'm lucky I can see energy and I can get direct info and share it with you. It's incredible. So, and you'll see the effects in your life, and that's really what it's about. I want you to try these things and see the effects, apply the knowledge, try something new, and you're going to find out, wow, this is really real. Because what happened was I amped up my feminine. I went into the location where there was a lot of negativity. I didn't do anything, didn't say anything different, just brought a lot of feminine energy, not just in the way I looked, but remember, I was working on my purpose and my self-value and, feeling good about myself. Doing these things made me feel good about myself. So that's what I walked in with. And I could tell, like, it really did shift everything. It's like, how can you be thinking about negative stuff when there are sequins in your face? And you're wearing sequins and you've got curly hair and lipstick and you look, kind of like Marilyn Monroe. And it's like, it just shifts everything, and people treat you differently. It reminds them of their own feminine, and everybody needs that, like I was saying. And that's the fun, that's the spirit, it's like you cannot be focused on negativity and feminine energy at the same time. You just can't, because they don't go together. Feminine energy literally bats it away. So what I'm saying is you can build up your feminine, like I suggested. You can do it in your own way and bring that into the space, into the location, in front of the people where there's negativity. And literally you will find you cannot focus on both at the same time. And so it's like you have to make your feminine stronger. You have to make it more obvious. You have to bring it out. And it will literally just change the energy, and it will change the way people respond, and it will remind them of their soul. Because a lot of times when people are being negative, they're not connected to their soul. Your soul is light and positive energy only. So you cannot be, again, like acting from negativity and in connection with your soul. And the feminine will help remind people of that difference and help them to remember, like, oh, right, like, what am I doing? Like, why am I being so dark? And, this person doesn't deserve this. That's what will happen a lot. So yeah, you can alchemize situations. I think that is really, really cool. And I think I'm going to end it there. I think that was a pretty cool tip to share. And if you're interested in learning more about the spiritual aspect of wealth and wealth creation, and I'll end on why I even told this story, because again, like when you bring your feminine into situations that are negative, you alchemize them, and then you're not dealing with negativity in your life. And like, your life is also where you're making money. Your life is also the things that are happening, and that a lot of the things we do in the world are money related. Why are you even doing that? Or, so it's important to assess, like, where is the situation in my life where maybe something's stuck or there's something negative about money. For me, it was at my job, right? And so you can actually bring feminine energy into those situations, and it's going to be very smart. And it's not about getting people to like you or anything like that. It's literally about your self-value. And you can think about, like, the way you want to make money, or maybe the way you're making money. How can I bring my feminine energy into that? Even if you're a man, like, men are very different energetically than women, but you have a spirit, you have feminine energy. And the way that men actually access their feminine energy is through their masculine. So if you're wanting to make more money and, bring your feminine out, my advice for you is actually to be more masculine, to get your self organized and have a really, strict schedule, and to really work with the physical world and to put in hard work. And men actually conjure their feminine when they do that. For women, it's the opposite. We need to have a lot of feminine energy. And when you have a lot of feminine energy, you bridge with your masculine. Like, you'll get a bunch of genius ideas, and then you use your masculine energy to carry those out. And for men, it's like you work really hard and you just go for it, and you hustle is a good word for a man. And then you will conjure your spirit that will do, the supernatural things, and connect with God, who wants to bless you. One of the ways that God loves to bless you is with money, by the way. So Anyway, I love talking about spiritual wealth. It is so important. Again, we have the masculine side of wealth, we have the feminine side of wealth, which is all the energetics. And I actually am writing an ebook right now called Spiritual Wealth. If you're interested, I'm selling it for 88 US and you get lifetime access. And my ebooks are really different because you get them not only for life, but I'm always adding in information. They're on a Google Doc because I want to keep it alive, because again, as my frequency gets higher, I'm always learning. So I can put in new information and then let you know that, hey, in chapter so and so, there's something new you can go look at. So I hope that you enjoyed listening to this. If you're interested in spiritual wealth and getting a copy, you can email me. My email is below. And if you're interested in doing any sessions with me to get clearer energy with EQA, my free consult link is in the description as well. And I'm going to put in another video you might like if you liked this one in the description too. So thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful day.